Let's compare the all-new AirPods Pro 3 to the last generation AirPods Pro 2. Here's everything new. Real quick, if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Apple news and reviews, hit that subscribe button. It's been 3 years since AirPods Pro 2 were released, and now we have the real successor. I'm going to go in depth to compare all the changes, big and small, between these two generations. Let's get it. Starting out with the physical case. The new one has roughly the same volume as the old one, but now it's a tiny bit narrower and a bit wider. I will say the new case feels a bit lighter too. I don't know. On the back, Apple has removed the button and instead replaced it with a new tapping gesture. The front no longer has a visible LED, and instead it's hidden and only appears when it is actually illuminated. Inside the case, Apple has upgraded to the new U2 ultra-wideband chip for location tracking. In my testing, the new AirPods Pro 3 are so much better. Seriously, I went across my house, and you can see in this comparison here where I lost connection with the AirPods Pro 2, but you can see how much further I went while still being connected to the AirPods Pro 3. Probably could have went further, but then I was like going through a wall. It's like, wow, this is just so much easier to find. It can be in a bedroom when I was still connecting and getting precision tracking. It's crazy. Otherwise, these cases are the same, with speaker ports on the bottom, a lanyard anchor on the side, and of course, MagSafe charging. Well, it's literally been a week so far, and I've already dropped my new AirPods Pro 3. If you've ever done this, you know that not only can it damage the case, but your earbuds go flying. ESR's updated Cyber Flick Lock cases solve this very issue. The cases themselves have a locking mechanism, so when you drop them, it doesn't pop open. And don't worry, because you can still open them one-handed too. It's actually kind of satisfying. But they also have super strong MagSafe magnets too. This is real unused B-roll footage that I shot for my review, just trying to effortlessly put them on the charger and continuing to fail. If you don't need the lock, that's cool. The Orbit hybrid case still has a magnetic closure on it that works great. You can find both of these in several fun colors and more from ESR at the link in the description. Let's talk about the earbuds though. The earbuds were finally redesigned, while the first and second generation models were the same shape. Apple says this serves multiple purposes, from helping with audio quality to improving the fit. More people should be able to fit with the AirPods Pro 3 than ever before. Plus, the ear tips now go to a smaller extra small all the way to a large. For me, I was on a medium before, but now I switched to the small, which seems to fit me better. The new ear tips have foam in them as well, lending themselves to an improved seal. To put a tip on it, the new AirPods Pro 3 fit notably better than the second generation. At least for me, and I thought they fit good before. Lastly, for the earbuds design, they are more resistant. They have new IP57 rating up from IP54. In layman's terms, they used to withstand general splashes of water. Now they can withstand being submerged in water for up to 30 minutes at a meter deep. Probably a lot safer if you're using these for workouts. Internally, the AirPods Pro 3 have the same H2 chip as the AirPods Pro 2, the same silicon. The good news is that means they both have the same processor performance and the same software features. That includes all the new features arriving in iOS 26. If you want to learn about all those new features, you can check out the video I did, and I've linked it here. But that notably includes the new live translation feature. It also happens to work on the AirPods 4 alongside the Pro 2 and Pro 3. If that's what you're after, you don't need to buy new earbuds. They also both have the same hearing health features. They have hearing protection, hearing aid mode, and a hearing test that you can take. The hearing test is a little better on the new ones though, because it can be performed in louder environments. On the AirPods Pro 2, it has to be basically silent to take that test. This is likely not surprising, but the major difference between AirPods Pro 2 and Pro 3 is heart rate monitoring. It can measure your heart rate and track your calorie expenditure during workouts. You can do more than 50 workouts on your iPhone exclusively without your Apple Watch, tracking your heart rate and calorie with just your AirPods Pro 3. If you have an Apple Watch, it actually regularly looks at the data from both the watch and the AirPods and chooses the data that is more reliable. Curiously, battery life is up and down on the new model. See, Apple increased the battery life for a single use, like in the earbuds themselves, from 6 to 8 hours with ANC. But it decreased the total time counting the case, going from 30 hours to only 24. I didn't think this would matter too much, but after a lot of travel recently, I did notice my case was dying significantly faster. Before, I felt like I could go on a trip without thinking about the battery in the case, but after a long day, my buds themselves would be dead. Now I can keep them in almost all day without worrying, but then my case is in the red. So I guess take that for what it's worth, and whether that is a good or bad thing probably depends on your usage. I guess maybe that's why Apple added the new AirPods charging alert, so when these do die a little bit quicker, you get that notification that you need to charge your case to keep your AirPods running longer. Let's wrap this up with a comparison of audio quality and noise cancellation. Starting out with microphone audio quality. First, here's some audio recorded on the AirPods Pro 2. This is on the AirPods Pro 2. And this is some audio recorded on the AirPods Pro 3. What do you think? Better? Worse? The same? Because of the new acoustic architecture, the new AirPods Pro sound much better. Especially on the low end, there is much more bass. The ANC is also really good. Apple says twice as good as before and 4 times as good as the original. I went on a few flights now and these cancel out nearly all of the noise on a flight I was on, and I was straight in the back. It was so loud, and I was very happy that I had these. So that's it. That's what's new on the AirPods Pro 3 versus the AirPods Pro 2. Do you think they're worth the upgrade? Let me know down below in the comments. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.